tell us some accolades on the car. What is it? What kind of awards has it won? It has won everything it's ever gone after.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight's a special show. We have a good friend of ours, Mr. Brian Schmidt from Mobile Solutions here, who's also the brains behind Master Tech Expo. All the hard work, along with him and his team of trusted. Well, you know what? It's what it is. It's an awesome show, and we got him here today. We're going to do a recap, and we're going to talk about some of the cool things that happened from his perspective and our perspective, as well as talk about some of the cool things that are going to be right around the corner in 2024. I know what you're thinking, but hey, it's already April.
Let's get excited, guys. Come on.
It's one of those things, but let me bring him into the show here. And how are you today, sir? Oh, try one more time.
Hang on.
What happened? Why did it say something? Oh, there we go.
There you go. I can hear you. Barely hear you.
Oh, hang on. Your mic is giving us a hard time. All right. So,
try again.
How do we do this? We'll do this. All right. Say 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. What is going on? It's one of those things where it just worked, and now it doesn't.
I know.
Can you hear us okay?
It's cutting in and out. Just a drop.
Oh, there. You're perfect now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't sit down.
I won't sit down.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you guys? Yeah.
It's what it is, man. It's Monday. It's car audio. How bad could it be? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all good.
So we just got done having this excellent Master Tech Expo event, which we had a lot of fun with. We got to do the Clean Wire Challenge for the first time. It was the second year for the build off. We started it out with a big party, and we took a whole bunch of the pictures and we kind of put it together. And I thought it'd be a really cool idea to just kind of walk everybody through it and then kind of get your idea on what was like, why that was. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just like have some fun with it. Just kind of. So let's see if I can pull that up here.
Yeah, I love the video. You guys did a fantastic job.
That was Fernando put that together this weekend real quick because he wanted to have some fun with this. And
I changed the song.
Oh, did you change the song?
Yeah, I guess
thank God.
Yeah.
So this is the first day. This was at the big banquet. The Sunday always kicks off with a get together with some food, some excitement. Usually someone is on the stage singing. This year was rock band, except just like 2 bands, crazy light show. Last year or the year previous, we had some acoustic guitar guys out there doing some fun stuff. And who are you talking with here?
So that is the mayor. That's John Giles from Mesa. So Mesa is a big city, but he was kind enough to come out and say some nice words and welcome us to the city. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is him up on stage, kind of setting up for what was going to happen next. And of course, while he was talking, everybody was over there doing this.
Yeah.
So they're all ears paying attention.
Oh, 100%.
And then that led to this.
Yeah. Man, it sounded awesome. I thought the concert was pretty killer.
I mean, it was insane. That was brought to us by the guys at MSC. So Larry and the guys put on this for us. I mean, people were just hanging out. Now I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because one of the things that happened at this event was this. Okay. I mean, really?
Yeah. Everybody has fireworks, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty spectacular. 13 minutes long to be accurate. That's incredible. So kept going and going. So it
Well,
was
thank God
fun.
we had the mayor there. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
It was nice. It was a great event. So there you go.
Yeah.
so this before the fireworks went off, one of the things you like to use this part for is to announce the lineup for is the build off and the clean wire challenge. So we have, everyone knows Mark, Tom Miller, myself on the side there, but kind of give us an idea of like, what are they holding there and what is it doing?
So this is actually from year one, and it's a coin that we made. One side has the Impala kind of trunk emblem, and then the other side is the Expo. One is head, one is tails, and Tom has never taken out of his backpack since last year's show. This was the first time, so it's kind of his good luck charm, and he let us use it to flip, and that decided who went first and what teams had the strategy in the build off. So it was pretty cool.
And then we came up with our strategy, which was a little bit more involved. We had 8 teams,
Old school.
old school, and on the back of the cards that they got to draw had the system that was provided by our 3 big sponsors for the event. So we had Orca, we had Electromedia, we had HKI, and each one of them provided us with 3 systems for our 8 competitors to we picked the predetermined who was going to go first, and then they got to pick a number. And the nice thing was we had 9 entries and 8 competitors, so somebody won a whole system when it was over.
It was really cool, and I love how you guys did that. And there was quite a bit of strategy with the guys picking. I know some of them wanted certain systems, and they were really kind of jockeying to get what they wanted. And
Yeah.
some did, some didn't. But that's how it goes, right?
Dude, Pierce is, aside from winning, which we'll see a picture of that later, he was 50-50 away from winning and losing, because the one system we got to give away, which was the awesome Moscone DSP system, was the one he feared the most. He told me when he got done, he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that was what I was picking between." He goes, "I was scared to death because I knew if I got that system, I had no chance." He goes, "That was the only one I couldn't plan for." And I was like, "You got lucky, man." Because I was up on stage looking at it, and I'm going, "Oh God, oh God, go high, go high."
Yeah, that was great. That was great, man.
And then
That's good.
one of my favorite pictures is this one right here.
I love that. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That was fun. I mean, we had all the talent up there. I mean, that is a lot of talent in our industry across the stage there, isn't it?
Yeah, that was really cool. It was nice that you were up on top. I don't know if you noticed that, but I mean, it's your baby, and here's this big competition getting ready to transpire.
And that was the perfect picture because you have the MasterTech logo in the back. Oh, dude, that was a sick picture for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely really cool.
Yeah.
So I like to think of MasterTech as obviously a multitude of things. So it's not just one thing. Like that was the first day, and that kind of set up what I like to call the extracurricular activities for the event. So it's like each part of MasterTech to me is like in itself could stand alone, but it's all combined into one, which makes it even more fun. And I think obviously one of the things that most people really get excited about, let me pull this album up here, is the classes, because that's why we're there, right? Is to learn. I mean, we get to have fun, but we also need to learn.
Class. Yeah, it's almost like three shows in one if you really think about it. You have a competitive nature, you have classes, and then you have this unbelievable exhibit time that's had this blend of all kinds of different manufacturers. So yeah, you guys are right. It's fun, different.
Hold hold on, my bad. I went to the corner. You know, what I like about this is you just look at everyone's face in this picture, and they're all just, they're staring at something, you know, and they're all engaged. But the day starts out kind of like this, where everyone is just, you know, figuring out where they need to go. There's Phantom Chris right there. He wasn't supposed to be there. No.
Well,
then,
all the kids are going to the class.
All the kids were going to the class,
so,
and we got our teachers here. So this was nice. This was outside, which I thought was fantastic, because these are the guys they're going to make the stinky stuff. So they had their Bondo and their resin, and they were just making a mess, as Gary does so well.
Yeah, that was the idea with the tent. You whatever you wanted. And we had cameras and mics and monitors so you could see it. It was pretty legit. So it was a lot of fun. Expect more of that in the future for sure.
Here's Matt doing what Matt does best. And then we moved inside, so not all classes were outside. Some classes were obviously inside. This is the box building class, where he was kind of had the guys up there close and personal so they could kind of see what was going on. Mm-hmm. And then you had the world's most expensive prop for a demo. Mr. Carlson and crew are up there explaining their stuff, you know, the madness behind it, which was really cool. And then this was neat. This was for business. So Larry brought in some exotic car guys that sell and deal in that world, and had them up there talking about their clients and their perspective on business, which was really cool.
It was, yeah. This was Michael. He's a brand manager for the Porsche up in Calgary, and I mean, he specializes in attracting that type of clientele and what the expectations are, and just kind of diving into that whole category. And I think a lot of people want to know more about that. So it was really cool to hear some insight from those guys on this topic.
And there again, more note taking, which was cool that you provided them with notebooks so they could take notes. So they had their MasterTech notebooks. Those are 3-ring binders on the table.
Yeah, lots of caffeine there too. You thought everybody was caffeinated. Well,
yeah, because you provided coffee and it was early in the morning, so you know.
Oh, the pastries were awesome. I don't know if you tried them.
The pastries?
Yes,
dude.
They were
yes,
like,
of course.
Nice.
I fought it till the last day, but I finally gave in.
Yeah.
And then you gave your class.
Yeah, I did one. You told me to do it, so I did it. You know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And I had Fakuda there with me helping.
Yeah,
so it was fun.
Yeah, which, you know, a lot of people, like some people in the industry obviously know him for his builds and whatnot, but he's a very successful businessman and has a really successful company. Fernando and I got the opportunity to kind of get like the private lesson in the hallway one day, where we just kind of bumped into one another and we talked for about 20 minutes, and he was filling us in on like what he does in his business and how he sees things. It was awesome. And which is one of those things, like what are the odds of us bumping into Fakuda and getting a chance to talk to him other than at like this?
And this is why you go to this event, right? Because you actually have the opportunity to talk to these people and learn what they doing day by day.
100%.
So
yeah, it's very.
So along with the normal education track to which you provide, there is vendor trainings where they get to do deep dives in topics that they might normally not get the opportunity to talk about. They might hire specific people to put their PowerPoint presentations together for them and come up on stage and make sure it gets done right. Ghost in the back. Who's that in the background? Anyways. You know, hey, it's what it is. And there again, you know, more of the guys talking about this stage. The power on this stage is quite scary. The This
Yeah.
is, he's talking about his avant-garde, which is pretty cool. And there again, another perspective of one of the bigger classrooms that they destroyed. I'm sure the cleaning guys were super happy about that.
That's fun.
And lots of engagement there with just
And back to that picture that you just went.
this one.
Yeah, they actually have the router and they routing everything, and they bring people that they never,
yeah.
router stuff.
Yeah.
They like, hey, come on,
Yeah.
let me show you how it works, and let me tell you the process.
Yeah.
Matt Schiffer was grabbing, people,
Holding them in place.
holding it. Oh,
Yeah.
that was great. That was great.
And Pate just decided to inundate you with sawdust that one time. That was really
awesome.
nice. And there again, lots of engagement. Everyone there is just like
Taking all the
this
information.
picture says it all, man. I mean, there they are. They got their notepads out. How many are just focused on like trying to soak up as much of it as possible. And there again, there's the boys on the inside. So I liked how you did this. You kind of had everyone together for the first part, and then you broke them into two separate parts so that they could be smaller groups and closer in on the instructors. So
Yeah, it was definitely a strategy. Gary and myself, we really wanted to have a kind of a more engaged audience. I mean, there are monster classes, but when you split them up, then you kind of break it down to 80 to 100, and that's more manageable. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. And we split them, and everybody got to see the same thing. They just saw it in maybe a different order, so it was really cool.
Yeah. And then we brought in some what I like to call some softballs. Easy targets, guys that have tons of knowledge. So you had Andy there. This was the first time he did this class. He was like, "Can I do this class?" And you're like, "Yeah." So he put together a brand new class just for Master Tech Expo, which was really awesome. There's Tom getting ready to do his thing.
Yeah, you guys can see the venue is top notch. We really tried to make the experience. Notice how everything is classroom style. You actually have a table to write on. It's not just a bunch of chairs shoved in a room. There's cameras, there's mics, there's stuff to see small things, and then on big projectors so you could talk about lectures and all kinds of stuff. That Attendee experience was as good as we could get it in this environment.
Yeah.
There's Ken doing his thing. And then lots of vendor trainings. This is an Orca. This is Orca talking about Barney.
Mm-hmm. I love Barney.
Yeah.
And then this is my buddy Joe Hobart from Kicker, doing his Kicker key stuff. So
great presentations that the manufacturer actually did. So that was great.
It was, everybody steps up, and I think they kind of know that now. In year 2, everybody brought their A game, and I think they all know if you're going to do a presentation, it's got to be a deeper dive, like you said, or have an engineer from the factory there, or somebody that's high level teaching in conjunction.
For sure. I mean, and if they didn't figure it out, they definitely called me afterwards and were like, "Yeah, we got to come up with something different." I was like, "Tried to warn you."
It's a Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah. All right, let me bring this up. And of course, one of the big things is the build off. This is year 2 for the build off. We brought back some of the guys from the first year. Were like, "Hey, can I do it again?" So we put together the blue team, which, damn it, man. I mean, those guys do, man. They were like, "Yeah, we did this last year. Y'all can plan all you want. We got this." So, and there's one of them right there. So there's Tyler getting ready to do some laser stuff. And we got Justin. Geez, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Justin doing what Justin does, which is hyper focused. And
That's Andrew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Andrew. I don't know why I repeated that. So just guys going to town. Dave doing his thing. You know, everyone is having a good time, stressing out. There's the blue team. And what I loved about this picture is there they are, all three of them. They have a focus. They know what to do, and they're up on stage doing it in front of everybody. All three of them are helping out, and that was the other cool thing. Like the camaraderie between all of the teams, even though they were competing against one another, was amazing this year. Like nobody wanted the other team to fail. Everyone was like, "Hey man, we're done. Do you need help? What can we do for you?" It was great. I mean, I was just blown away with that. I mean, even on our outside with the clean wire, the guys were there watching the guys the other day. You know, it was like, so guys that went the first day, the second day guys were there watching them, cheering them on. And then the second day guys were, you know, they flipped and they're just, it was great. I was like, holy crap. I was not expecting that with the super competitive nature this industry has. But these guys just all like, they were there to make sure everyone succeeded, which I was blown away with. I thought that was amazing.
I thought that was cool too. And you know, you see that timer right there? It says 3:32. I don't care how good you are, you're fighting that clock. And everybody thought they had more time than they did, and they got down to the wire. Every single one of them took it to the last second. So it's, 3 hours and some change is not a lot of time to build something that like complex. So, it's kind of like how much you're going to bite off and chew and finish in time. I mean, look at Wes. That was pretty ambitious to make all those parts. He made all those parts.
It was Kubert.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got to talk to him that night, and we'd never met before, and that was a cool thing because I was like, hey, dude, like I loved what you did. That was real creative, and he's like, I was insane for doing this. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
They pulled it off.
They pulled it off. That piece came out really, really nice.
It looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
And there again, I love this shot. This is both Fernando and I love this because it was just like the audience there, man. I mean, this was down to the wire on that first day, and they're just everyone's taking that in, man. They're like, here we go. Yeah, let's see who's gonna pull this out.
But this is the last minutes, they just trying to finish it's amazing. Yeah.
That energy right there, you can't describe it, but it is intense. It's like nothing you've ever seen because it's never existed in our industry, I feel. Like the energy is just intense. Like, God, you got 10 seconds to get this thing done. So, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there again, that's Andrew leaning up against the counter there, seeing if he could help those guys. This was on the last day, and everyone's, Mark is in the back corner because Mark MCs this event for you. So Mark is out there, he's up on stage. He's talking about what's going on, the camera, the big image behind us. Everyone gets to see what's happening like that. There you go. Yep. So, everyone gets to see. There's 2 top-down cameras, so you can sit in the audience and you can watch and see everything. And there's Mark just chilling, doing his thing.
I mean, that's an impressive stage. That's I think 35-foot monitor. It's 65 panels, high definition panels linked together, and it's a split screen up top with all the AV and mics and stuff. It was pretty cool. Cool.
Oh yeah, that was intense.
That was definitely the step up from last year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
All right. So, and of course, new this year was the Clean Wire Challenge. This was on last year's you were like, hey, and guess what we're going to do this year? And I was like, okay. So let me pull that up so we can kind of, and we're gonna start at the end here because nothing says it better than this shot right there.
Oh man.
You know,
Yeah. He just got his amp rack today and messaged me. Pierston, guy's a stud. He rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that the look in his eye right there is pretty accomplished. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
He was stressing out. That was, I mean, just to give you an
It's
idea.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like Brian said, you know, you have 3.5 hours, 3 hours and change, and you think, oh yeah, I can do that. And when you feel the pressure, you see the people watching you, and you turn and you see you competitive, like you have to step it up. So
yeah, but if you look at this, Phil is in full panic mode.
Yeah.
And Jason's over there chilling out on a chair, just doing his thing.
Yeah, no, dude.
And then on the opposite side of Jason, you got this shot coming up.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, oh crap.
Angel
is just, you know, and it was funny because Angel made this cool little plexi light up thing and it was crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him and I go, you're not done. He's like, what? I said, dude, you need to fix that. You have time, fix that. He was like, oh man. I was like, no, fix it. Like you got another 10 minutes, make it right, because if you don't, everyone here is going to be like, that's crooked. You know, because they're totally relentless. Fernando put this one in there because you guys, the JBL was nice enough to give us a PA system, so we had 2 days of us walking around and intermixing with the crowd and just having fun. And there's Pierce in full panic mode.
Love it.
You know,
disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah. He brought a router, was routering stuff. We were having to go behind him and sweep it up because we didn't want him to fall. And then someone in the comments says, you know, did anybody get hurt?
Yeah, somebody say.
Yeah. Yes. Eduardo, like within the first 5 seconds getting out there, slices his finger open. And I'm like, okay. So Fernando throws a roll of test tape at him and goes, fix it.
No, I went backstage and I talked to Juan and I'm like, hey man, do you have this? And he's like, yeah, we have everything. So there you go.
Yeah, we're ready. We're
yes,
ready. For you
of
guys.
course.
Come on, it's typical installers, man. Just throw some test tape on it, you'll be fine.
So that's just gonna happen. So
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing major. That was nothing crazy, but yeah.
All good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fun. I mean, we're all competitive. How much fun is this? And to watch it was truly entertaining every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a crowd 3 or 4 deep the whole time. So.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we really had a good time with that. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did that, and you know, next year we'll have even more fun.
Yeah.
Now that we've got figured out how to do it, and we gave away a ton of free stuff too, which was really cool. I mean,
oh my gosh, thousands of dollars, thousands of $10,000 or more. It was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, 8 systems. That's each one is.
Well, I mean, the systems are one thing; those guys got systems, but even the viewers, because you know, I ordered way too much stuff because I wanted to make sure everyone had what they needed. And you go, I don't want to see any of this stuff when we're done, and I go, okay. There's guys walking around with distribution blocks and RCAs, and it was just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the perk, guys. It was 2 full pallets, 6 for clean wire.
Yep.
Shrink.
Yeah.
Just for the show, I delivered 2 pallets just to you guys. That's incredible. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of swag. So
Well,
I think next year will probably be more. We'll go for 3 pallets next year.
Well, you know, I got a new vendor for wire, so you know they're anxious. They're like, whatever you need, man, whatever you need. I'm like, suckers. All right, so moving on. In there again, like I said, so we've kind of gone through the journey. We saw how the first day was. We kind of got the idea of the classes. Between the classes, obviously, we have the competitions that people can stop by and check in throughout the day, but it's It's the actual event and everything that kind of falls within that, like the hallways and the show floor, and who are you going to run into, and the opportunity to ask questions for some people in these companies that never get out. Like some of the guys that they bring to these are guys that I have never seen from a company. Like, who do you work for? But they needed to come because there was you got to ask those hard-hitting questions instead of like, hey, does it have that feature? You got to ask, how does that feature work? And so the show floor was one of those places. And here we have the Cam Master guys with the CNC up and running, answering questions. Hey, there's our boy right there in the front.
Yeah. That's Lino.
Right
there.
And that guy's got talent for days. You got to walk in and you got to ask, and there it is working. This is it. You could see the software. You could ask the questions. All of those mental blocks. And we had laser guys like that. We had the 3D scanner guys like that. We had the 3D printer guys like that. The leather guys were there. The sewing guy, Brian Mitchell, bought a sewing machine because Arc was right next to there, and he's like, I can't leave without one of these. I was like, he comes.
Chris Pate bought one too.
Yeah. Brian comes up to me and goes, guess what I bought? Guess what I bought? Guess what I bought? I was like, oh God. And I go, you bought a sewing machine. There's no way you couldn't have. You were sitting next to them for 3 days. You were leaving with a sewing machine. And this was cool. So there again, this was for the Clean Water Challenge. We did tallies. So we printed up, and you circled who the winner was, and we dropped it in the box. This is our Sony guys casting their votes. First Tech was there, and there again, you got to talk to these guys in person, up close, right there. I don't know what booth this was, but apparently they had people to help you with things.
They have cool templates and router bits.
Yeah. Right.
We had Ray work in the booth.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
And even Fernando got to get in there, and this was him talking about how you vote.
Yep.
So we set them up on a nice table. Had stands made.
Yep.
TJ
made some
the
stands and the numbers and everything, so that was great.
Which blew me away. The amount of he got that done like that. He goes, "Yeah, I'll take care of it." He disappears, comes back like 2 hours later, and he's got 8 stands and 8 numbers, all painted and shined up. And I'm going, "How did you do that?" It's like shit.
That's what he does, man. TJ.
Yeah. Morale in the house. There's Casey. And then we set them all up on stage once we got them all done. So this was right before, so everyone could kind of get an idea of what they all look like. So this was the first reveal of all 4 of them.
So you can see, start from where Mark is green, then blue, then orange, and then the red. So, dude, amazing panels.
Yeah.
And then I like this. So this was, you got everybody up on stage, all the collaborators. You had the giant display of, where do you have that right now, by the way?
Right behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What are you going to do with that, by the way? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And then, there again, no particular order on these. This was this.
What is this?
This was your moment. So we're gonna go back and look at the Chip Foose, but Chip Foose was there, and he, along with Greg Cobbs and all the team, got together, and this is the Top Gun smock that they used to have, and he drew an airplane on it. A bunch of people got to sign it. This is the closest I think you've come to tears, man. I think you even might have shed one.
I did.
Yeah.
That's pretty emotional. Probably the coolest thing anyone's ever given to me. And I gave this apron to Greg when I worked at Rockford almost 20 years ago. And it's been in the plastic ever since in his toolbox at home. And he got it show and then had everybody sign it. And everybody signed this, from Manville Smith to Wayne Harris, you guys. I mean, everybody we could get to sign it. They did it secretively. Gary Bell did,
Yeah.
and awesome. They handed it to me. I was completely blown away and surprised. And yeah, so it's my office, very near and dear. It's a jet fighter on it, and it says "Turn and Burn, take Master Tech to the next level." Boost. How awesome is that? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Poor Dougie. Everybody but Doug and Dean.
All right.
Oh, well, hey, it's right here in my office.
Yeah.
It's right off Doug, so you know
Yeah.
where to come.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So then this takes us to we were getting ready to do the build off. Before you passed off the microphone to me, you showed off to the crowd the trophies that the team was going to win if whoever won. We made Blue won. Yeah, Blue won. So he goes to me, JT goes, or TJ, sorry. TJ, I know. Goes, so how did you guys print 4 bottoms too? And I go, no, man. The decal was blue. We just made them blue. You just got lucky. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah.
That worked out.
That worked out really well.
Oh,
yeah, I know. So we were talking about it today. I go, next year I think we'll have to make 4 bottoms. Damn it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I don't know. We have some ideas, but this should have been added into the classroom. This is in the morning. Everyone's getting ready to go to their class. It's funny, behind the MasterTech Expo sign, strategically, unfortunately, is the buffet that was set up for everyone to get their food in the morning. So these were guys getting ready to
coffee, donuts.
And donuts and stuff.
Yes.
Here's Matt doing his little thing on the show floor, talking about some of the iData stuff or whatever. Gary brought his monster of holiness in. That's the purple beast there. Holy crap, that thing was insane looking.
A regal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's the puppies.
Chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chewy Princess. Natasha's holding the leash.
Nice.
And then this is just a really cool aerial view of everything that kind of happens. So you have the outside and then the whole inside, and that whole white building is the event. So it's not just the big building, it's the building on the other side of it, and then out in the parking lot, and it's a lot of walking. And then there is one more building that's missing from this just because it couldn't make it into the shot. Dude.
And there's an amphitheater too. Yeah.
And the other side, exactly.
Yeah. Every inch is used. Every inch is used. It's just crazy. This was the team that helped you with the display, who built the display with you.
Yep.
So this was cool. You got them up on stage. They kind of talked about the idea there, which I have some pictures of that, which we'll see in a minute, about how it started out as a simple center console, and it always does. Show floor. You got Larry there with his Porsche demo, Greg there with his Rockford truck, competition happening in the background. Everyone just kind of, getting knowledge, having a good time.
Yeah. And again, this is half of it. Other half is outside. So
yeah.
There's a lot.
There's Chip's car. And then you had a couple interviews you did up on stage.
Yes, this is Aaron Demers from Vox. He is president of Vox, and he's Viper and all those brands under their umbrella. But he had some really good insight on EV vehicles and kind of what the future holds and what car manufacturers are trending towards. So it was a really kind of enlightening interview with him. I loved it.
Yeah, I think everyone did. And so what I like about this shot here is because you never know who you're going to run into at MasterTech, and just get the opportunity to talk to. So you got Chris Pate, you got Miguel from formerly of Titan, A couple of the other guys who I like to call Mr. Flip Flop, because he always had flip flops. And you know, you don't know who you're going to talk to. You don't know who you're going to bump into. You don't know who you're going to see, and everyone's so cool. And everyone just it's just an amazing time. And this is us getting ready to do what we like. Actually, this one we're getting ready to give away those 2 Moscone amps. So I'm out of frame, but you can see me on the top there.
In the bottom, you can see the Moscone amplifiers.
So we gave both of those away, which was really cool. And jumping ahead, here's the winners. Here's Blue Team with their trophies. Justin had to leave early, which really sucks, but lots of fun there. An aerial shot of Larry giving the demos in the Porsche.
Mm.
And then food. Ooh, food.
Ooh, lots of food.
Lots and lots of food.
The lunches are great.
Yeah, and so then right off of the hall there, as we see, it was a big area for everyone to come and get drinks and food, and so we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner was all taken care of, which was really nice. Taco night was good. I really enjoyed taco night. I made it for taco night. I don't remember what I was doing the night before, but I missed barbecue.
The barbecue was really good too.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Gary said that was his favorite meal.
And that's why I missed it. So damn it. And so this brings us to the center console. So this is where it all started. This was the idea here.
Yeah, just a basic, mock-up of a console.
Yeah, just a basic.
Yeah, and it turned into this.
Yeah. Friend. So it worked out.
Yeah.
That's a full model, and we designed in Fusion, and we built it exactly to scale, which was not easy. So it's correct digitally and physically, and we leather. For my first time really using everything all leather, and we had some amazing help, like Anthony Medina and just a ton of people. There's lots and lots of folks, Jeremy Carlson and Tom Miller, Gary Bell, and the list goes on and on. But it was a lot of fun. It was super fun, and everybody contributed. It's got some part of it. What's really cool is we can peel this thing down to sheet metal, because it is sheet metal. It's actually a legitimate Camaro floor pan, 68 Camaro floor pan. We can take it down in 10 minutes to nothing, and then build it back like a race car, like a NASCAR style. We could build this thing back and forth. So it's cool. It's got a lot of layers, and it shows a ton of tech within those panels.
Yeah.
It honestly, to see it in person is just mind blowing. I mean, it's insanity to see what we're capable of doing right now. It's crazy, and in that short period of time, working from multiple states. I mean, because you got guys in Florida, you got guys in California, guys in Arizona. Sure, there's other couple states that people were coming in and working on specific parts in. And I know when you were building this, we were talking a couple times, and it's like, yeah, so and so is coming in for here, and he's going to do this one little piece, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for me, because I was trying to juggle a lot of other things too, but we got it done. And take a look at the top. There's 2 consoles that interchange. Okay, so the one you see in there is kind of Tom's version, and the other one on the table is from Jeremy Carlson and Charles Brazil.
So it's that one.
Yeah, Avant-Garde. So it's totally interchangeable. How cool is that? And nobody has fitted anything. Some of this was built in their shop. They fit it here. That's why our model had to be perfect. And this is just something that I don't think has ever been done before. I know it hasn't been done in our industry, but I mean, it's basically rapid prototyping on a full interior. And we were able to bring it all together at the show. So who knows what's going to happen next year? I'm actually kind of scared.
Well, I mean, you do it to yourself, as we often do, right? So that kind of takes us to the end of the screen show, and this is a great question, and I feel like we try to address this every year. Is Master Tech Expo open to the public or industry only?
So it's open to anyone who is serious in their passion and their craft. How's that? That's a better way to put it. Because we just don't want people that are want people that want to, and there's a difference. Because I know a lot of guys that maybe do it at their house, their shop, that are equally or more talented than some of the shops close by. So it's anyone who's a builder, who's a fabricator, who's into just making cool stuff. Yeah, it is a big one.
Nope.
We want people that are serious.
Right.
Well,
so you can go to the website.
Well, no, what I was
going
to say is, and also, if you're thinking about getting into this industry, some of the business side of things, the people that get to come and the classes from that perspective, I know this year for 2024 are going to be even more exciting than they were last year. So we're going to have even more. So if like you're a small business owner, or you're that guy that is hanging out on the sidelines and wants to take it to the next step, but needs that encouragement or that push or that little bit of information, this will be the show for that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So
it would be.
One day you take business, and then the next day you take arts and crafts, or
both.
Or both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Favorite part of the expo? That's a good question. What's your favorite part of the expo, other than when it's over?
I mean, the apron for me was, that was very special. But I think for my wife and I, Michelle, it was when the fireworks were going off and we went, oh my goodness, we finally got it to this point and we're seeing fireworks, and I think we started crying then too. It was pretty emotional, but that was a pretty cool moment to see fireworks, outside. But there's tons of other highlights. I'm sure you guys have your own too.
Oh man, I mean,
how about you guys?
I mean, for me, I had a blast just the whole clean wire thing, and like you, it was just that first, dude. When we hit go on my watch, and it was like a year of planning, and just to know that it finally started was like, oh, this is the best,
for sure. For sure.
It was like, to me, that was because it was like, if anything, no matter what happens from this point on, we at least got to this point to where I got my competitors here. We have product here. We could start this thing, because for me, it started when we did this last year, but it really started for me in an airport in Frankfurt when you were like, hey, I need this by the end of the week so that I could start getting vendors on board with this. And so at 3:00 in the morning, I'm in Frankfurt writing down all of this, all these ideas so that I could get them off to you. So like, for me, that was the official, like, this is when it started, and which is basically this month, last year. So to be able to, like, oh God, it's over, it's done. We have that was a big moment for me. What about you?
Same thing. Just hosting the first Clean Wire Challenge. I feel that we've been part of like Clean Wire so much. So hosting that and this event, for me, it's it's like it has no price. I mean, it's amazing. So
well, you guys have done a fantastic job. I mean, you've literally changed our industry to clean wire, to people actually doing better wire jobs, and probably affected tens of thousands of folks to make their wiring better. And that's huge. So hats off to you guys for doing that. But the event was probably like the Academy Award of what you do, and that was pretty special in itself. So I mean, kudos to you guys. And I don't know where it's going to go from here, but I know it's just going to go straight up and bigger. So
for sure.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, we got a couple minutes left, and I know we promised we tease, just a little bit of what could be, some ideas, some things in the works for 2024. And there again, I realize it's 10 months away, maybe 10 months away, but wow. Damn it, that if you think about it, 10 months, it's not a lot of time.
No,
with everything. With everything else we got going on in our lives, it's like, 10 months? Yeah, we don't have time. So, What little nuggets? What do we have? What do we?
Well, I think from an overall kind of standpoint at 30,000 foot, I just want everybody to know, and I know you guys feel the same, is the experience will always be different. It's going to be the same level, I guess, but it's going to be a different flavor every time. So just know that everything will change in some aspect to be different or better or just more interesting. So don't ever think that it's going to be just the same next year. I just don't want people to think, oh yeah, I know what it's going to be like. You might think that, but just wait, because it will change and it will have a different spin to it that you're like, oh man, why did I miss that? So that I just want to put that out there. But um, you know, everything from the first night, that party will be crazy cool. So very, super engaging. And yeah, there's some elements. Maybe I'll let you guys maybe share a couple. A few of these are your ideas. So um, maybe spit just a little bit out there. Theme,
You mean
Fernando.
like awards kind of stuff? Should we say that? I mean,
Ooh,
yeah, I
you
don't want
know.
to say awards. Awards could be bad.
Recognitions.
Recognitions could be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And I think doing it in a way that's very mindful and insightful and deserving to people that have really contributed to our industry. I think that's all good, and I think that people do need to be recognized in different categories. So, yeah, I think that's a great idea, guys.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that we're kind of working on in the background right now is a way to help get, because we have these challenges, which are great. And one of the challenges, I think, I don't know how the pictures got lost, but we had the alarms challenge, which was really cool. We had the light off challenge, but I have those here, but I somehow missed them. But, we can only get a small amount of people involved because of there's only so much space. And we're working on, and you came up, it's all you, but I like how we're evolving this into another way of getting everyone involved, which I think is important because we always want as many people that felt like they were part of this event as possible. And anytime there's a takeaway that we can add to it, and I'm really looking forward to this idea. I don't want to go into it too far because we're still there. But I think that's the coolest. That I'm really excited about that idea because that'll allow one more element of excitement to this and another level of involvement that it's cool. Anytime we can get as many people involved, it's even better because we want everyone to have a positive experience. We want a takeaway, and I mean, part of the fun I had was working the crowd and making everyone feel like they were part of something special, because we could only have 8 people, but there was hundreds of people there. I want them to feel like they had a good time.
Yeah, I think the engagement, the personalization, it's an industry event and it's really for everybody. But you're right. This is something that if you attend, you will never forget it ever. It will be something that is special, and you'll know it's special. And this doesn't happen every day, but it's incredible, and I'm glad I'm a part of it. And so that's the whole point right there. Is, man, we're all one big family. Let's have fun with it, and make this the event of the year that you just can't miss.
And one of the best parts that you just say is, everything is different. Every year is different. The first year for me was like, oh my God, this is the event. Like, this is crazy. And now we just came back from the second year and like your mind is like, boom. Oh my God, how can you guys just like went from here to all the way here? And it's like, hey, let's wait for 2024.
Yeah.
I-
New venues. I'll just say that there's a whole new venue nobody knows about. It's right there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we'll end it like this. Obviously, we're 10 months away, something like that, 10, 11 months away. As we get closer, as time goes on, as we start to fill in some of the spaces of information we'll of course, get you on. We'll get to talk about it, or we'll just talk about it without you behind your back, whichever works. But what we want people to think about is like you just watched us talk about it, show you all the fun. There's a couple guys in the comments that were there and had a great time. The reality of it is this is a paid for play event, and now is the time to get ready for it. Now is the time to start planning, start thinking about that hotel money, that flight money, that just what is it worth to you to make you a better person or a better professional, and take you to the next level. That's what this is about. And yeah, so start your planning now,
Invest in yourself. Like if you actually serious about this, invest in yourself, to be better for sure.
Yeah.
The value proposition is awesome. It counts, and it's just a ton of fun. So.
And that's just that. And the end of the day is really fun.
Yeah.
Running like crazy, but it's fun.
Oh, what are you trying to say, man?
Oh, hey.
What are you trying to say?
You know what? I'm just going to say kudos to Michelle, because Michelle, Juan, oh my God,
Your
just
daughter,
everybody, every
Your
single
in-laws.
person that was involved in this did an amazing job. So, and I'm just going to do this too.
Oh, you
Yeah.
killed it, Fernando.
No, there was
honestly,
a time. And Mark from Car Audio.
Yeah. Yep.
Solomon Daniel. There's just so many people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, Ben, and those guys, huge.
Mike. Yeah, Mike. Come on, Mike.
One person community, and we love everybody. So it's gonna be just a great thing for all of us to push forward and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. We'll end it there. Looking forward to 2024. Let's make it through 2023 because we have a lot of cool things still left to do. Mobile Solutions, of course, is going to be running a couple classes. We have one coming up right now that's already sold out. I know we're pimping. If you're an Orca dealer, Orca is going to be doing a training there. We got to come last year and work on a Jeep. Yay. And so that's going to be happening in June. So any Orca dealers out there, make sure you talk to your Orca rep and figure out how you can get out to Mobile Solutions to have one of a kind. And those trainings are amazing because that's like you cover so much. Oh my God. But yeah, so make sure to follow over on mobilesolutionsusa.com and subscribe to MasterTech Expo and Instagram. Keep a close eye on what's happening out there because this train just keeps rolling.
Yeah,
That's right. And we got your wire rulers here.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can get your wire ruler, Mobile Solutions.
Yeah,
that's right.
How many ship out a day?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Keep shipping them out.
Yeah.
I'll keep making them. Thank you so much for coming on, Brian. You have and everyone for hanging out, watching us, and taking this little journey. This is the only show we're doing this week because I'm taking some time off. Got to go play with the family.
This guy.
So I know. But hey guys, thank you so much for playing along with us. You guys have a great rest of the night, and we will see you next week on Monday. So can't wait.
Bye guys. Thank you, Brian.
Hey guys.
Bye guys. Fade to black.